In the world of dance training, grace and flexibility are never merely gifts, they are the visible results of invisible perseverance, forged through sweat, pain, and an indomitable spirit. Behind the beauty lies a quiet intensity, and behind every seamless motion stands a dancer who has endured and overcome more than words can describe. Flexibility training, or soft skills as it's often called in the dance world, is not just about stretching the body, it is a rigorous test of willpower, mental discipline, and emotional resilience. Each day, dancers push their limits through a variety of exercises that look elegant from the outside but are rooted in a world of discomfort and precision. Movements like splits, back bends, and deep stretches may appear effortless, but they are products of long-term commitment and countless battles against physical resistance. One of the most grueling practices is static stretching, where the body is held at its maximum extension for extended periods. Muscles tremble, joints resist, and time seems to slow. In these moments, dancers must master their minds, controlling every reaction, focusing their breath, and concentrating all awareness on the tension being endured. That sharp, stabbing sensation like needles pressing into muscle tissue, or the searing heat of overstretched ligaments, these are not momentary obstacles but daily companions. Mastery does not arrive in a single breakthrough, it grows slowly, quietly, over thousands of repetitions. One such test is the leg hold with shoulder press, where a dancer must raise a leg high above the head and allow it to be gently, persistently pressed downward by an instructor. It requires not only extreme hip flexibility but complete cooperation between the hamstrings, spine, shoulders, and core. Similarly, the back bend to floor contact is a dance between control and surrender. The upper body must arch backward until the shoulders brush the floor, a task that challenges the body's structure and the dancer's courage in equal measure. Yet, flexibility alone cannot support these feats. Behind every controlled extension and lifted line is a strong and highly trained core. Without it, even the most limber dancer would collapse under their own form. That's why core strength is emphasized through intense regimens involving crunches with leg lifts, elongated planks, and handstand core holds. These exercises are not about brute strength, they require stability in motion and power in stillness. Maintaining a handstand, for example, isn't just about balance, it's about continuously engaging the abdomen, regulating breath, and making countless micro-adjustments to avoid falling. Equally critical is balance training, a discipline in its own right. A dancer must have absolute control over her center of gravity, seamless coordination between limbs, and a sharp sense of spatial orientation. Through exercises like single-leg balances, frozen turns, and half-squat holds, they build stability and poise, even while their inner ears spin from repetition and fatigue. And yet, no matter how dizzy or exhausted, the requirement remains: regain control, refocus, and begin again. This ability to recover from loss of control, to fall and rise, again and again, is at the heart of what defines a dancer. In front of mirrors, they repeatedly correct their angles and alignments. They fall. They stumble. They get back up. Over time, the muscles begin to remember, and the nervous system develops a reflexive grace that no shortcut can replicate. This daily training is as much a mental journey as it is a physical one. Pain, doubt, frustration, all creep in over time. Plateaus can last weeks or months. Injuries can derail progress. The pressure of upcoming performances or exams can cast long shadows over the brightest days. But the most dedicated dancers learn to weather these storms. They build a mental fortress inside themselves, learning to turn pain into information, obstacles into focus, and silence into motivation. Because in truth, dancing is not just a skill, it is a conversation between the body and the soul, between effort and artistry. And no stage, no spotlight, can ever fully reflect the sheer volume of work poured into each step. Those few shining minutes on stage are born from 1,000 quiet hours, the early mornings when the sky is still dark and they are already warming up in the studio, the long evenings when everyone else has gone home and they're still practicing one turn, one leap, one transition. They refine their movements not out of vanity, but out of a pursuit for perfection that is personal, internal, and sacred. You can see it in their eyes, a stillness that comes not from pride, but from a deep, practiced calm. You can feel it in the quiet dignity with which they endure pain, adjust their technique, or start again from the beginning without complaint. The world may not hear their struggle, but it is written in every drop of sweat, every tremble held still, every breath taken between one pose and the next. Flexibility is not an inherited gift, but a result of deliberately expanded boundaries. Strength is not about brute force, but about the consistency of control. Balance is not stillness, but the refined readiness to adjust at any moment. This is the life of a dancer, humble, disciplined, and quietly powerful. There is no glamour in the training hall, no applause during the stretching session, no spotlight during the failures. But from that solitude emerges an artistry that can move hearts. They write poetry with muscle and motion, telling stories of pain transformed into beauty, limits turned into flight. Each tear shed in silence, each bruise hidden under a costume, each sleepless night spent perfecting a detail, these are not sacrifices. They are choices. Choices made every day in service of a dream that glows not with fame, but with fulfillment.